These are 3 things which guys do when they are cheating. Number 1 is sleeping with his phone underneath his pillow. Now that's the extreme obvious sign that he's cheating. There's no reason to do this. He's probably frying his brain with radiation, and this extends into just genuinely being shady with his phone, taking it everywhere with him, never letting you get near it, changing the passcode, just dodgy behaviour around the phone. It's just a surefire sign he's got something to hide. 2, he's always trying to get rid of you. Now that sounds silly, but the truth is that guys who are always really happy when you go off to stay with your friends, or maybe you go back to your mum's or something for the weekend, if he seems to get a bit too excited when you're going away for a while, and he's always saying, yeah, you should go and do it, and he's just too interested in your whereabouts, then basically he's just making sure you're not going to be around so he can go out on the town, look for other chicks, or have girls over at your apartment. If he's not the cheating type and you're going away on a trip or something, then he's just not really concerned. It's not a thing. So watch his behaviour, and if he makes a big point out of your whereabouts and knowing when you're going and when you're coming back, for sure you've got to cheat. And point number 3, he always seems to have random friends who you've not met. So if people always pop up, an old work colleague, a friend from uni, some dude he hasn't seen for years that he needs to catch up with, then the chances are these are all figments of his imagination and he's actually out cheating and seeing other girls. Of course, they're people you've never met or never even heard of because they're probably not true, and there's always an excuse that you can't come with him. Of course, this goes hand in hand with him getting a bit too drunk and vanishing for periods of time. Come on, it's not rocket science. That scumbag's cheating. Peace.
Here are some signs to know if your man is cheating or not. Most of the time, us women, you always have instincts when something is wrong in your marriage or in your relationship. If you're truly connected to this man, you can know when energies are shifting. Now, if you don't have those intuition to tell you the truth, then these are some signs that will make you know if he's cheating or not. Hey bestie, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time turning through, you're welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like and give this video a thumbs up.
As a woman, if you have a feeling that your man is being unfaithful to you in any way, then you are probably right. Women have told me that they've even had a dream about what their man was doing behind their back, and they were completely right. We are literally psychic, and that is proven by science. We always get this gut feeling, but you think maybe you're being crazy, but psychologically, men are only using one side of the brain at a time. A woman is using the logical side and the intuitive side. And a woman can read nonverbal cues much better than a man can. So we can tell when someone is lying. If you have a gut instinct, it is for a reason.
This is the easiest way to find out if he's cheating on you. If he has been cheating on you with one woman in particular, what will happen is he will start to create an emotional bond with that woman. And this is where you catch him. Because this is the thing with men. They can only be connected emotionally with one woman at a time. All you need to do is to watch his behavior. If you see that he's vague, distracted, he's not focused, he's just not himself, something is up, girl.
Signs that a man is cheating on you. First things first. Every little thing that you do irks him. It bothers him. He starts getting mad at you for absolutely no reason. And it keeps you confused. Another one is they act like they're so busy, they got everything going on, and they have no time for you whatsoever. Another sign is when he has random depressed stages. Now, I don't know how this works, but it's like you're juggling between females in your mind. It just gets you depressed because you start comparing. Another one is when they start acting very distant with you. When just a couple days ago it was all sunshine and butterflies, and now all of a sudden they got cold. You don't know what happened. Someone else is in the picture. And last but not least, your pH balance will tell you everything that you need to know, sweetheart. I mean, you probably already know.
If you think your man is cheating on you, keep watching, because I'm going to tell you all the little signs my husband gave me and all the little excuses that came with it. Number 1, the most obvious one, is he stopped looking for me. When I say looking for me, you know what I mean. He stopped looking for me completely, and the excuse was that he was just tired. Number 2, it was he stopped texting me and calling me all day. He used to text me a lot, and he just randomly stopped, and the excuse was that he couldn't be on his phone at work anymore, or not as much. Number 3, I would give him his plate and he would just grab it and start eating without me, and that was something that he would never do before. He would always wait for me, both of us, to sit down, have our drinks, and then just eat together and talk or watch a show together. Completely gone. I don't think I ever asked him about that, so I don't have an excuse for that. Number 4 is we would always watch TV together. Like, we would always make sure to be watching, like, what do you want to watch? We found a show or a movie or something that we want to watch together. That completely stopped. He would just sit down, turn on the TV, watch whatever he wanted, and I would just be sitting there like, okay, like, you're not gonna ask me what I want. That was number 4, I think. Number 5, he stopped being playful. Like, I thought he was going through depression, or he was just sad, he was stressed. It wasn't any of that. He was just not happy. He would not play with me. He wouldn't laugh at my jokes. He wouldn't do any of that. He would also, like, when he would come home, he wouldn't be happy. Like, his face was just very, like, and I would run to him, try to give him a hug or a kiss, and he was just very, like he would barely kiss me. That's another thing. He would barely kiss me. And I would be like, okay, I get your stress, and I get, like, you know, like, a lot of things going on, but you can still give me some type of love, you know? So that was the other one. And also, I noticed every morning for 4 years, because we were married for 4.5, he cheated for the last 6 months, basically. But for the first 4 years, like, every morning when he went to work, he would give me a kiss, and he would be like, bye, have a beautiful day, like, you're beautiful, like, nice things. That stopped too. So I don't know, hopefully this helps for some of you. And if you're experiencing some of this, run.
Do you want to know if he's cheating on you? Well, here are 3 signs to look out for. And as always, this is coming from a man's perspective. I do know how men think. I do not condone cheating, but I gotta let y'all know I am your big brother Russ. All right, the first thing to look out for is overall a change in behavior. So if you guys were doing good and all of a sudden he's kind of cold, it's like he took a step back almost. He's not acting the same towards you. He's not as happy to see you or talk to you. You could just tell. He's either going through something internally or he might have somebody else. The next thing to look out for is distance. So all of a sudden he becomes distant, whether it's emotionally or physically. He's just not coming around as much. He's not mentally there as much. With this one, you're going to feel it in your gut. It's a gut feeling that this man is acting distant towards you out of nowhere. And this might be a sign that he's cheating. All right, boom, this last one, it should go without saying, but I'm going to let y'all know anyway. If he's overly secretive, so if at one point he was open with his phone, you went to go reach for it, he didn't trip. But now he trips. He has it face down. He takes it with him when he leaves to another room, even though he might not need his phone. This might be a sign that he's cheating.
How do you know if a man is cheating on you?
I think there are several ways to know if a man is cheating on you.
Okay.
And one of the way is attention shift. No one is too busy for who they want or who they need.
Yeah, you're right.
When your man starts cheating, one of the first things you notice is that he will start withdrawing. You will notice that his attention will start shifting to something else that you don't know. And that might be another woman.
Okay.
That is the moment you will start complaining, oh, I'm busy with work, I'm busy with this. But don't forget that this same man would never be too busy to call his mechanic when he needs him.
Exactly.
This same man will never be busy to do a lot of important things that matters to him.
To him, yeah.
So when he starts cheating, his attention will shift. Because now he's not focusing on something else, because most men are laser focused, which means that they can't multitask.
Okay.
And you can easily spot it, because that is when it will stop responding to you as fast as often. You start noticing, okay, fine, you might call him, the phone will ring.
For so long, and he won't pick.
In fact, and sometimes it will just give unnecessary excuse.
Okay.
So at that moment, you notice that he's already putting his priority on something, because priority will shift. Because men give attention to what is top priority to them.
Yeah.
So if you stop being the top priority, someone else is taking that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that reminds me. There is one particular one. See, women, you see this particular one, once your man starts doing it, just know that he's cheating on you.
Okay.
And this is when
Signs your partner is cheating that nobody talks about. They pick on you, but in a different way. Let me explain. See, you're their perfect woman, but you're, in their eyes, 80%. 80% perfect. That 20% that you don't have is what they look for. I know, it's stupid. So whatever that girl has that you don't, they will psychologically or physically use it against you in the sneakiest ways. And you probably won't even pick up on it unless you're really in tune. It could be her hair or her body, and you could catch him staring at that on you, but in a different way. It could be the way that you talk is different to the way she talks. He comments on the way you talk, and he never has before, because he's been listening to her voice. Your clothing, your hair, your makeup, because it's not the way she has her makeup. These are borderline things. Someone that is very good at cheating will be very good at hiding it. It's in the little things, your intuition and your gut feeling.
Signs a man is cheating. Now, trigger warning, trigger words, trigger actions. This is probably going to trigger you because it triggered me even trying to think about. Sadly, almost all of these things happened to me, and I found out every single guy that I've dated has cheated on me. Number one, he doesn't breathe the same when he's with you. And I know that sounds weird, but trust me, if it's happening to you, you'll know it. When you know, you just know. Number two, every freaking little thing you do irritates him. Things that you normally do on your regular basis that never pissed him off before now irritates him, so much so. He gets so irritated. He's putting up with 2 girls, maybe 3, maybe 4. How could it not irritate him? Just a little thing. Number 3 should be easy, but a lot of the times we don't catch it. If he is weird or hiding his phone, if he's keeping his phone on its back, or he's keeping his phone in his pocket the whole day, or he's keeping his phone you don't even freaking know where, then chances are he just doesn't want you to see his phone, okay? No one cares that much when they're not trying to hide anything. One time Jimmy's phone was freaking blowing up in his pocket, and I go, do you want to get that? And he was like, no, it's okay. And I'm like, well, it's buzzed off the freaking ringer for 2 hours. What was he doing? Cheating. 4, when he gets defensive of every little freaking thing. Like, I'm sorry, but there's only 2 reasons, like I said before, why someone gets defensive, and one of them is they have something to hide. Number 5, if he takes extra long in the shower or in the washroom, chances are he's obviously not gonna try to risk the chances of texting her or calling her or hitting her up while he's with you. So he's going to take a little bit extra in a closed door situation and not want to take that shower with you anymore. He's going to take it alone, and he's going to lock the door. He's going to close the door. He's going to keep his phone in there so that he can hit her up and explain to her, or just catch up with her then. And last but not least, he has sex with you less. Maybe he feels bad. Maybe he's just already gotten it today, but chances are he's getting it from somebody else who doesn't really need it from you anymore. But we have learned, okay, we have taken these with a grain of salt. We have not gone for the athletes anymore, not gone for the fuckboys anymore. We are reading these and seeing these loud and clear, okay? We are gonna catch them before they even catch us. But we don't have to be cheating too.
We all know who've been there, what the signs are, and here they are. Now, not every guy is like this. If you're with a psychopath, that's a whole different video. This is for a normal guy with a conscience who's cheating on you. The signs start whenever they meet her and they feel that spark. That's when the signs start. And that is when your woman's intuition is going to start being like, ooh, something's going on, something's going on. And it will not start with him like having a second phone, coming home late, all that stuff. No, it starts with vibe. It starts with him pulling away. First of all, it starts with him pulling away and you feeling an emotional distance in you, something that makes you feel like you're just doing something and you're going about your life and like your head comes up. You know that feeling? Like where you're just going about your life and like your head comes up and you're like, what? That's the feeling. That is the first sign that your guy is interested and has met somebody else. Now, it could be somebody at work and it could never turn into anything, but that is the very first sign. The second sign, and I don't know why men do this because it's completely idiotic, they will actually start talking about how they know her. Like maybe they met her at the basketball court. Maybe they met her at the gym. Maybe they met her at work and they're working on a project together. They will start talking about basketball, gym, the project, whatever. Because what do we do when we like somebody? We start talking about them. Well, he can't really talk about her, so he's going to start talking about this thing way more than he ever started talking about it before. That's how he knows her. Thirdly, he may actually mention her and ask him about her. He's going to be like, oh no, I don't even like her. No, she's not my type. I don't even like her. If a guy has a girl's name come out his mouth without being asked direct question and his answer is her name, like if a girl's name just comes out his mouth, that is a problem. Guys don't just talk about girls unless they like them. They do not. Fourthly, he may start dressing differently or talking differently. Why? Because he is going to want to start aligning himself with her. If she has a certain phrase that she uses a lot or a certain way that she talks, he may start to talk more like her. The pace and cadence of his talking may change. He will start to like things she likes that he never liked before. Oh, she's into this sport? All of a sudden, he who has never cared about that sport will start liking that sport. Oh, she likes this kind of wine. All of a sudden, he who has always been a Bud Light drinker, all of a sudden, he likes this kind of wine. Next is when you may notice there's a problem if you haven't been tuned in all this time to changes in the weather in him. He will start becoming critical of you and irritable at home. And you will start saying, what's going on? What's the problem? You'll try asking him, what's going on? What's going on is he's been through steps like 1 through 7 or 8 already, getting closer to and liking another girl. And again, maybe nothing has happened yet, but he's already been through steps 1 through 8, and you have a grade A 5 alarm fire on your hands. Next, they're going to go to lunch, or they're going to go to dinner, or they're going to walk the dogs together, or they're going to make some kind of plans to meet up. They will. And from that point, it is a very short slope to them being in each other's arms. It is from that point, from the first point that they actually make plans to see each other and be alone together. It is like, maybe the rest of the time span has been this long, okay? This long. From the point that they actually verbalize, let's see each other, and they could still be dancing around the issue and be like, oh yeah, we should go for a run together sometime. Oh yeah, we should. Oh, I love that place. We should have lunch together sometime there. From the point in time that they verbalize that they should get together one-on-one with nobody else there, I'm telling you right now, you at that point, you do not exist to him. You do not exist to him. Your kids don't exist to him. Your mortgage doesn't exist to him. The life you've built doesn't exist to him. He has got a one-track singular mind to getting with that girl, period. Period. And it is a very short slope and steep slope from that conversation to him actually not knowing what happened, and I was drunk and I have no idea what happened. Because you've already been through steps 1 through 8, because you didn't guard your heart, because you weren't paying attention, because you don't have any respect for yourself or for me or for our relationship. And quite frankly, because you don't fear that I will walk away if you ever pull that mess with me. And you don't love me enough to not want to risk losing our relationship. So if those things aren't in place, he might as well go cheat with somebody else, because y'all don't belong together. And that's a fact. Period.
I know he's cheating, I just don't know how to prove it. Girls, I'll tell you one thing. If you have your gut feeling, if you have this intuition telling you, girl, this is not right here, he is cheating, or he's hanging out with someone, he's seeing someone, it means you 99% right. Because we girls, we have this power, intuition power, that always tells us if something off, if something's going wrong. So if you have this feeling, girls, don't lie to yourself, don't suppress this, and try to figure out the situation. And if you feel it, you always have to choose yourself. You always have to choose your self-being, and not stay somewhere where you're not appreciated and not respected.
Things men say when they're cheating. All right, y'all. I wanted to do this video because someone asked me this recently. Some of the things that men say when they're cheating. I said, doesn't mean that they're cheating, but these are the things that men say. So perk your ears up. Number 1, I'm not on social media like that. Now, why is that one? Why should that one get you perked up? Because they say that I'm not on social media like that, yet you see them on social media like that. Why is it that they didn't want you to know? Number 2, we don't need a title. We know who we are. Well, what they're really saying is that I don't want to take accountability for the relationship. I want the shit to keep going like it is, but I want the benefits of the relationship without the responsibility and accountability of the relationship. Number 3, all right, I'm a private person. Don't like people in my business. So what they're really saying is they don't want to post you on social media, but yet they're on social media. They're sharing a part of their life, but they just don't want to share you, that part of their life. Number 4, she's just a friend. She's just my homegirl. Doesn't mean that that's not true. It could be true. But if she's just a friend and she's your homegirl, then I should know her. I should have a relationship with her. Or at the very least, we should both be aware of each other and we should never be hidden, especially if we both have a relationship with you. Number 5, accuse you of cheating. Out of the clear blue sky, you're cheating on me. You're doing this. You're doing that. They're just projecting on you what they're doing many times. And last, number 6, respect my privacy. Don't touch my phone. That's self-explanatory. When he didn't want you to touch his phone, I got something. Any of y'all, I got a little test that I do. And here's the test. Ask your partner, can you just trade phones randomly? You're with your partner randomly. Can we just trade phones and just view each other's phone? Not that you're trying to find anything, but just see what their body language and what their response is. All right, I'm out.
5 signs that your man is actually talking to or cheating on you with another girl. If it's taking him longer to text you or communicate, 9 times out of 10, he's talking to another girl. He just can't split his attention amongst the two of you. See, a man has his phone on him all day. So don't fall for that little, oh, I'm busy excuse. He's seen your text. He's just texting somebody else. If he's being mean to you or argumentative out of nowhere without any justifiable cause, that means he's talking to another girl and he's cheating on you. Dudes only become more aggressive and argumentative when there's another girl in a picture. If he doesn't post you on his story. Now, a lot of people may say that's not a big deal because they like their privacy. See, the thing is, a lot of guys don't post their girlfriends because they are protecting other girls' feelings and they don't want to lose their roster. If he always has his phone with him or on Do Not Disturb, that means that he does not want to be disturbed from the other girls that are on his roster while he is with you. And last but not least, if he has one of those like girl best friends, be aware of them because those are girls that he was attracted to or he wanted at one point in time and it ain't work out. So now he just put that label right there and tells you not to worry about that woman when in actuality, once he leaves you, he'll try to pursue that person. It is what it is, but y'all stay safe.
Signs your partner is cheating that nobody talks about. He's not funny about his phone at all. Let me explain. You could play games on his phone, you could go to the shops with his phone, you could use the internet with his phone. He wouldn't care and you wouldn't notice anything. Because he knows if he tried the phone face down crap, you would know straight away. He's not going to take it in the shower and he's not going to sleep with it under his pillow. And he knows you're not stupid. This is because the girl already knows about you. She's likely a work colleague or someone that knows you and your family. They can talk in public and no one will question it. They are in an environment where they can get to know each other and understand each other's schedules. And they know exactly how to hide it. So how will you know? 2 signs. Her number's going to be blocked when he's around you as an unknown number because she's probably slipped up before. Him blocking her number is not going to bother her because he knows how desperate she is for him. But here's the catch. There will be about 20 or 30 other blocked numbers in his phone because he knows you and he knows you're not stupid. But when he's blocked 30 other salespeople, you're not going to go call them all. He knows that. This is the guy that thinks he's 10 steps ahead of you. And this is another sign. If you ever see this, watch out. They block the voicemail service number. When a number is blocked, you can still receive voicemails from the voicemail service. And he does this because he's experienced this before. He's tried to call while he's with you and he's got the voicemail for it and freaked out. This happened to someone I know, and it is crazy the lengths these men will go to hide their affairs.
3 signs your man is cheating on you. 1, he showers you with gifts. He's overcompensating. He's trying to distract you while he does things behind your back. 2, his routine and habit has changed. Now he buys himself new clothes, expensive perfume. He dresses a certain way. Tells you that he's working overnight. He's hanging out with Paul or James that you've never heard of. He's cheating on you. 3, he's glued to his phone. Anywhere he goes now, he takes his phone with him. Always constantly texting, and when he keeps his phone, he put his face down. He is cheating on you. Yes.
So first thing you're going to look for is that they have a renewed interest in their physical appearance. So all of a sudden they start going to the gym or wearing cologne or buying new underwear for themselves. The reason why cheaters do this is because essentially they're back on the market. They're putting their best foot forward for someone else when they've kind of given up on trying to impress you. So that's why physical appearance is literally one of the first things that people notice when their partner's cheating. It's like they didn't care at all. They weren't putting any effort in. And now all of a sudden they're super concerned with how they look. Next thing you're going to look for, now this is one of the most prominent things when someone is cheating, is that they guard their phone with their life. When someone is cheating, their phone is literally their lifeline. If they're cheating on you, there's almost a 100% chance they are texting and exchanging DMs with this person, and the phone houses all of that evidence. And they know, like, the minute you get your hands on that phone or see something on their phone, it's over. Finally, guys, one of the last things you are going to look out for is this. Cheating requires time, and they need to be able to have the time to carry out this affair without you knowing. Traveling for work is the biggest way that cheaters accomplish this time and space, whether they're actually traveling for work or pretending to travel for work. And when they're traveling and you ask them how their day was, they're going to give you some big, long, lengthy explanation about how their day was and what they did. They do this to placate you. They want to overload you with information so that you'll stop asking questions.
He's blaming you for cheating on them. They'll be like, oh my God, are you cheating on me? Are you cheating on me? This is because they're projecting their own guilt onto you. Usually the one who blames the other person on cheating is the cheater, coming from personal experience. Number 2, if they're asking a lot more where you are, what you're doing, then
he starts accusing you of doing some shady shit. If he starts out of the blue questioning you, just being on your ass more, and being suspicious of your activity, and starts accusing you of things that you obviously didn't do. That is literally his way of telling you, hey, I'm doing this shady shit. I cheated on you, and I am worried that you are doing the same thing. It is his subconscious being so paranoid because he did it, that now he's paranoid that you're doing the same thing. So if your man starts acting sus and starts accusing you of cheating, odds are that he has already done it and is currently doing that.
I hate to be the one to tell you, but he's probably cheating on you. Ladies, if you got suspicions, funny suspicions, some seem to be a little bit off with the dude that you with, listen, it's probably because he's cheating on you. Here are some simple signs that he is. Listen up. Number 1, if he stopped touching you, all right, or he's not as affectionate and intimate with you, okay, it's a tall tale sign, because a lot of men, we are very physical, all right? Physical touch is probably most of our love languages, all right, like real talk. If he's not touching you, he's not really being intimate with you, I'm gonna be for real, that's probably a tall tale sign he getting it from somewhere else. Let's just be for real. He getting it from somewhere else, so he don't need it from you. Number 2, if he's all of a sudden starting random arguments with you, acting like he's upset with you all of a sudden about something very small, minimal. And yes, certain men do this, believe it or not, ladies. He does that to distance himself from you. He gets mad at you to distance himself from you so he can justify him stepping out on you. Believe it or not, this happens more times than not. And number 3, if he's all of a sudden becoming controlling or, thinking that you're cheating on him, stepping out on him, it's probably because he's the one that's actually cheating on you. Cheaters are always very paranoid because they think karma gonna come and bite them in the ass because they know they're wrong. So, that's tall tale signs. Like and share for part 2.
Here are 4 subtle signs that your man is cheating on you from a psychiatrist. Your sex life is actually better because when men have other relationships, they're more in tune to pleasing a woman. He's fighting with you less because he has less time to focus on your relationship conflicts. He's doing better at work because his new affair is giving him this newfound confidence. He criticizes you less because he has less time to focus on your imperfections because he's too focused on the other woman. Do you want to see more videos like this? Make sure to follow me.
Your boyfriend is cheating on you. Tune in. Number 1, he's constantly hanging with the bros. I mean, I know he's gonna have bro night, and you know the word and the phrase bros before hoes, but he's having one too many bros nights. He's going over there about 6 out of the 7 times a week. If you're allowing that, that man is cheating on you right in front of your face. Number 2, his phone is constantly ringing in the booty call hours. And the booty call hours, y'all know damn well when those hours are, between 11 p.m. and about 4 a.m. His phone is ringing constantly in between those times, and he tries to hide it. Number 3, when you try to confront him with, is he cheating, he uses this, what I gotta cheat on you for? Yep, if he says, what I gotta cheat on you for, what I gotta lie for, he's definitely cheating. That's the typical cheating ass response.
For 1, he never sees you when you want to see him. He's always busy, but only sees you when he wants to see you. 2, every time you call him, he first hangs up and calls you back. 3, he never answers any call or takes any calls in your presence.
Do you have any signs that you can see if someone potentially would be a cheater that you're getting into a relationship with?
Totally. I mean, yes, totally. So how can you identify a cheater ahead of time? So the big takeaway, and the big takeaway was understanding the idea of enmeshment, which I didn't understand. And enmeshment is, if abandonment's when the parent doesn't take care of the child's needs, enmeshment is when the child takes care of the parent's needs.
Ooh.
People who are enmeshed and they get into relationships, they tend to date people they can help or save.
Really?
Like projects. And then what happens is they date someone they want to help and save because that's how they get their worth and value, right?
Because that's how they got it from mom or dad.
Right, exactly. That's my job. Like if I don't have a job, then I'm not lovable, right? And then what happens is after a while, they can't really help change that person, and they start to resent like they did with their parent, and then push them apart and cheat or act out like they feel trapped.
Wow.
If your boyfriend is doing any of this I want to mention, know that he has another girlfriend. Okay, the first of all, it starts with the phone. If your boyfriend is this type of guy that will never allow you touch his phone, like if his phone is here and your hand just gets here, it's so frightened. He doesn't want you to touch his phone. Know that there is something somewhere. He's so conscious of his phone. Most of the time you tell him, babe, can I make a call with your phone? He will tell you, oh, okay. He will even transfer airtime to you, transfer call credits to you. Instead of giving you his phone to make call, he'd rather buy you airtime to make call. He's not comfortable with you on his phone, doesn't want you to hold his phone. Even when you tell him, let me snap pictures on your phone, he will never accept. If you tell him, can I go through pictures on your phone? He will not want to accept. Even when he wants to show you something on his phone, probably he's going through something on the internet and then he wants to show you something. He doesn't want to release the phone, he'll be showing you like this. He doesn't want to, sometimes he will even prefer to forward it to your phone. Know that there is something somewhere. Another sign to know that your partner is cheating is that during weekends, he always wants to be alone. He will tell you, oh babe, can you go home for now? No, don't come this weekend. Whatsoever. He wants to give you stories to stay by himself. Even when people want to go to club, he doesn't want to go. He prefers going to club with his friends rather than going with you. So know that this particular person has someone else. He's interested in another person. So these are little signs you should look out for. He doesn't want to go out with you. He doesn't want to be in the mall. He doesn't want to hold hands with you. These kind of guys, they have people, other girls outside you. Another sign to look out for, to know that this guy is cheating, is no longer moved with your sex. Most of the time when he comes back home, he's telling you he's so tired, he can't have sex. Even when you want to touch him, he's removing your hands. Just know that he's getting sex elsewhere. In weeks, this guy can stay without touching you. Just know that there is somebody giving him very well out there. Another way to know that your partner is cheating, when it comes to the social media, the internet, he doesn't want to even follow you on Instagram. Your boyfriend is not following you. He doesn't comment. If you comment on his post, if you go and check the comment, he has deleted your comment. Probably you just put, oh, my love, or you put love emoji, he will remove it. He will even tell you, babe, don't comment, don't do this on his social media. He will never post you on his social media. He will never comment. He will never do anything relating to you. If you post, he doesn't comment, he doesn't like your post. Know that this particular person has someone else on that same Instagram. So it's quite important you look out for the signs. Know when your partner is cheating, so you know where you stand. So it's going to be your choice if you're going to remain there or not. You people are my sisters, so I have to be there for all of you. I have to tell you when women are going astray. Another way to know that this guy is no longer interested in you, he has a plan with someone else. He never talks about getting married, he never talks about future plans, never talk about things you both are going to become, the kind of kids you want. He never bring those things up anymore. But when you started the relationship, he was always talking about it. But he no longer talk about it. He no longer, there's no future plan anymore. People are just living life normal. Just know that there is somebody he's busy with. Please take note. There are some ladies that will be like, no, my boyfriend, he does this thing, but yet he still gives me a lot of money. Listen, a man who is cheating can still be giving you so much money just to cover your face. Don't be deceived by the gift, the money he's giving to you. He's enjoying himself somewhere else. So if you see these signs, these are red flags for you to know that this particular person has another girlfriend. I hope this helped most of you.
Looking back now, there were definitely a few signs that he was cheating on me. Number one, I had a bunch of pairs of shoes by the doorway at his house, and one night I came over and they were all gone. And when I asked where my shoes were, he pulled them out of some cabinet, and I was like, oh, why did you put them away? And he was like, oh, I was cleaning. It turned out that Kelly had confronted him about all my stuff in his apartment, and the next time she had come over, he obviously didn't want my stuff everywhere, so he put my stuff away. Number two, I all of a sudden started to get UTIs. And when I talked to Kelly, she told me that she started to get yeast infections. How disgusting is that? It's another subtle sign that you're dealing with community dick and you don't know it. And number three, I noticed that it was taking him longer to come. I thought, oh, well, this is just like the natural progression of a relationship. It's not going to be like, how we were in the, first couple weeks where he was coming like 7 times in a night. But yeah, like obviously it's because he was having double the sex.
Hello Bessie, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking through from the beginning to the end. Please once again don't forget to subscribe to this channel, comment your thoughts down below and give this video a thumbs up. Please also check out my other videos, it means a lot to me.